It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Yep, that is me. I crushed my drone. But I guess I wasn't on the naughty list of Santa this year, and he was kind enough to get me a replacement. I was lucky. Hi everyone, it's Gio here. Today I want to talk about DJI Care Refresh protection plan and my experience with it since I crushed my drone. So my city decided to put up this beautiful Christmas tree and light it up, decorate it nicely where I live. It's close by, and one night I decided to go out there and take a video of it. Of course it had to be night because that's the time the Christmas tree would be lighted up. Anyway, I waited for night, and it was quite late night actually. I'm not talking about evening time. It was like midnight. I went to the spot, got ready, and started flying the drone. And I wanted to do some beautiful hyperlapse videos like these ones. Everything was fine. The hyperlapse videos turned out to be great, as you see. Of course, I used all 3 batteries, and on the third one I still had a little bit juice left, and I said, you know what, let me try this master shot, because I'm not really using that at all, and I decided to use the master shot. Everything started fine. It was just, aligning itself and started, but when it came to do the pull backwards from the subject, it was at that moment I knew I messed up. Of course, I have to take responsibility here. Indirectly, it was my fault. It wasn't drone's fault, or it didn't malfunction or something, because it was nighttime and I decided to use the autonomous flight program of the drone. So it wasn't controlled by me. Drone was controlling itself, of course, without the obstacle avoidance sensors being activated, and my flight altitude wasn't too high. It was, if I remember correctly, between 50 to 70 meters, and I still had the visual line of sight. The distance between where I was standing and the drone's position was maybe like 15-20 meters, so I still had the visual line of sight. I could still see the navigation lights. Anyway, the moment drone started pulling backwards from the subject, I kinda couldn't judge the distance between drone's position and the building behind the drone. So when it was just going backwards, I see it crushing the building and saw it falling to the ground. I mean, it wasn't actually the ground where it fell. It was one of those garden terraces, buildings have. So it was covered with soil and grass and some other plants. And luckily, there was no one. As I said, it was midnight, even well beyond midnight. It was almost like 1 a.m. time. So there was no one around. Thankfully, nothing happened to no one. So drone actually fell on that grass surface of the garden terrace. But still, it didn't stop damaging the drone. It was a fall, and this is a very light and fragile. And since it was well beyond midnight and there was no access from outside for me to go up to the terrace and retrieve my drone. I was frustrated. I had no option but leave the drone there and come back home. And next morning I just went back there, hoping that there would be someone to help me out. And on top of this crash, next morning, like early morning, it started raining. So until I went there and was able to retrieve the drone from the garden terrace, it was damaged and it got exposed to rainwater as well. And when I found it, it was already broken. It didn't have really big damage, as you can see now. The gimbal was broken and one of the propeller was broken in half as well, and just a couple of small damages on the plastic body of the drone. Of course, due to the rain, the battery was dead. I wasn't able to turn it on, but when I came home, I tried it with other battery I had and drone was actually turning on. However, it wasn't in any condition of flying or operating it. So then I decided to benefit from the protection plan I have, DJI Care Refresh plan. And one more thing about me, I love my electronics. I love to take care of them. I am very careful and cautious when it comes to using them and maintaining them, but shit happens. This is accident and it happened, and I'm very glad that I purchased that plan, although I know myself, because things can happen out of your hand, out of your control. So I'm glad I purchased that plan. Anyway, so I went to my DJI app and it is very simple and fast. You can do it on your app or you can just log into website, and there you will have two options. You have repair option. Let's say it wasn't your fault. Drone itself malfunctioned and crashed. So you can actually request repair service under warranty if it is still valid. But in this situation, it wasn't the case for me. So I had to go for replacement. So I just started the replacement process. It is, as I said, it is very easy. The instructions are very specific and clear. It will tell you what to do. All I had to provide is the serial number of the drone and the battery which was in the drone during the crash. You can easily get the serial number of the drone on your remote controller. When you go to device management, you can see it there. But for the battery, the application will ask you serial number of both the drone and the battery. You will see on the back of the battery, there's a very small QR code, and underneath you can see very small letters. This is the serial number of the battery. So you don't have to send anything else. You don't have to send your RC, you don't have to send other batteries, or you don't even have to send other equipments of the drone. All you need to send is the damaged drone. You can, for protection's sake, you can still use the gimbal protector and the propeller protector, and of course the damaged battery along with it. You don't have to send it in original package either. You can just, bubble wrap it, put it in a big enough box that fits and protects it, and that's it. And once you submit, it is going to send you instruction email along with shipment label. The shipment company may vary depending on where you live. In my case, it was UPS. I received a label, shipment label with instructions for UPS, printed out, and next day I went to UPS store. Everything was packed. I just handed over the box and the label to the UPS. They just scanned it, printed the sticker, put it on it, and took the box from me, and that was it. I just received the receipt stating that the shipment was received from me to so-and-so store, and that's it. And you don't even have to pay for shipment. It is already covered with your plan. So it's all free. Once DJI received the damaged drone, it was the same day they shipped out the new replacement. And I was lucky enough, I actually received the new replacement on Christmas Eve day. So overall, the whole process from the moment I gave it to UPS and the moment I received my replacement, it took like 7-8 days. But if there was no mix up with UPS, sending it to wrong sortation facility, it could have taken even shorter, maybe 4 or 5 days maximum. I wasn't really expecting I would receive it even before New Year, but it was a Christmas miracle and I received it on Christmas Day. And I received exactly what I sent DJI. I received a brand new drone. It was still in a sealed package, and brand new battery, which was also in a sealed package. And I kind of did the box opening of it, as you can see now. The drone was still in its protective seals, stickers for the gimbal, and everything seemed just perfect. And don't do the mistake of trying out with the new battery, brand new battery for the first time, because it may not work. I guess you have to charge it first to activate the brand new battery, which I did. So I had to use one of my other batteries, which I had in hand already, to test out the drone. And I did. It turns on just fine. And remember, since it's a brand new drone, you may have to do the connection between your drone and your remote once again. It may even require you to download and install some updates at that moment. I had to do the connection and do some updates as well. Very simple, just a few clicks. And since I was doing all the updates all together, it kind of took like 10-12 minutes to finish it, but it was very simple. So follow the instructions on your RC, click a few buttons, and you are all set to go. However, I could not do a flight test yet. Even as of now, while I'm making this video, some of you may know I live in Vancouver, as known as Raincouver. Since I received the replacement, it kind of didn't stop raining, so I didn't have any chance to go out and fly the drone. I even received a follow-up call from DJI asking me if everything was okay with the replacement I received, and I told them the same thing. I didn't have a chance to fly it yet. I didn't have a chance to test it yet. They said, that's fine. We're just gonna send you email and keep this open. So I received an email saying that please let us know once you have a chance to do the flight test. Till then, your case will remain as open. I'm just waiting for weather conditions to get better so I can go out and, do my maiden flight with this new drone. Let's also talk about the prices and fees that I had to pay when I was purchasing the plan and when I requested replacement. So for the plan itself, you have two options. You can either go for 1 year, which I did, or you can go for 2 years. That's the maximum amount of time you can have for that plan. But no worries, even if you purchase 1 year, at the end of 1 year, you will be still eligible to extend it 1 more year. So your protection plan doesn't have to end there. Since I had to experience this, I feel like I'm going to extend mine as well 1 more year, just in case. And the price for 1 year I paid was, I think, $79, which is like 110 Canadian dollars at that time. And the fee for replacement I paid when I was submitting for replacement, it was $65, which is like 90 Canadian dollars. Considering all the things happen and the headaches I may have as a result of this crash, I think $65 is fair enough. And I'm very, very glad that I purchased this plan in the first place. So my overall experience with DJI was actually great. I am very happy I purchased this protection plan because it saved lots of headache, and they are really efficient and professional. As I said, they even call you to follow up if everything is okay with your replacement. That is really, really nice touch. If you are someone planning to buy any DJI products, not only drone, any DJI products, I highly recommend you to consider purchasing this protection plan, DJI Care Refresh plan. It is worth it. And please remember to be very careful and cautious when you are out there flying your drone. I hope you will never need to use your plan. I hope you will never have crash. But if you do, and if you have this protection plan, trust me, you will have peace of mind. Please do comment below if you had similar experiences, and if you had the protection plan as well. How did your experience go? How long it took, etc. Or if you have any other questions about the details that I may have skipped during the video, just ask your question. Let me know down in the comments. I'll try to get back to you as much as detail I can provide. If you find this video helpful and you liked it, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That helps me a lot, so I can continue doing these kind of helpful videos for all of you. Thanks for watching. I wish you all a happy new year with lots of joy, happiness, and no crashes. Take care and see you next year.